Unscripted.
This is what I'm talking about, y'all. When it comes down to the competition aspect of gaming, doesn't it really pay off for all of us? And I think we're starting to see that more and more, and it really just makes me happy, because this is what I've been wanting all along. You want Microsoft to compete, you want, Sony to compete, you want Nintendo to compete, you want these companies to compete with each other, because that's going to get us the ultimate deal. That's going to get us the ultimate type of situation as gamers. That's what we want as fans. I think that this is going to be something that a lot of people are going to be talking about for a long time to come. I know for me personally, I am extremely excited by the prospect of what we've been getting and these announcements and things like that. It's just been crazy. And again, like, I'm an NFL fan, so seeing all of these NFL situations where free agency starts, that gets me excited. And we see all this other kind of stuff happening around gaming, and it just is an extremely exciting time. And that's exactly what gets me juiced up about gaming. Let's just be real. As fans, this is the type of stuff that really kind of amps us up. So I can't wait to kind of get into this, because this is I think, like, sort of the response, and then Microsoft responds, and then Sony responds, and all this kind of stuff. It just happens, and it just really pays off for us gamers in terms of what we get. And I absolutely love that. I think that is what really kind of makes me extremely excited as a fan, just going forward as well. So with that being said, let's jump right into this. What's up, everybody? I'm Crapgamer. This is Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. It helps out the channel, and it means a lot to me personally. If you guys are looking for a way to help out a little crappy channel like my own, that's the best way to do it. And again, you can also hit the bell so you're notified of all the content as soon as it drops. It's free to do, and it means a lot to the content creators. So shout out to all the old subscribers, new subscribers, and everybody in between. You guys are fantastic, so thank you guys for rocking out with me. Again, it's been sort of a weird situation lately. I asked you guys for some advice on how to improve the channel. You guys were, obviously you're going to get some of the trolls and stuff like that. I understand that. But for the most part, I saw a lot of positivity, a lot of people offering some legit help. And for that, I'm appreciative of. So, things are going to be a little bit more even-keeled. I think things are going to be, things are going to be able to really kind of get the type of things that we need from these consoles, and that's exactly what it looks like we're going to be getting. So this is extremely interesting, and this is something that I think a lot of people are going to be excited about. We know Outriders is going to Xbox day and date on Game Pass, and we know Sony's going to have to come up with other things to this is going to be a very exciting thing for everybody going forward. So I wanted to get into this. Now listen, Outriders going to Xbox is huge. Like, there's no other way around it. Sony obviously knows about buying stuff day and date, buying third-party platform games and things like that, and getting some kind of exclusivity. And Sony's been doing that for a while, and now it looks like Microsoft is striking back, and there's rumors of, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, going in the Game Pass or PlayStation Plus or both. That's something that insiders have kind of hinted at. So there's a lot of movements going on, between these two companies. And now it also looks like we got a bit more indication that Sony has paid for timed exclusivity on Final Fantasy 16, a timed exclusive with PS5, with the PC version launching later on. So Final Fantasy 16 will likely be a timed PS5 exclusive with the PC version launching later on. Remember that they reported that the highly anticipated next installment in the Final Fantasy series, Final Fantasy 16, for those unfamiliar, would have some sort of PlayStation 5 exclusivity. Well, although that was kind of confirmed to be coming to both Sony's console and PC, it seems that the title will first launch exclusively on PS5 for a limited period. At least that's if a promotional PS5 video from Sony is to be believed. The catchy video was recently updated and uploaded to the Brazilian PlayStation YouTube channel and shows off upcoming titles such as Ghostwire Tokyo, Deathloop, and Final Fantasy 16. The interesting part, however, is that during the trailer for Square Enix Enix's upcoming title, a small line reads that the title will be a timed exclusive for Sony's next-gen console, not available on other platforms for a limited time after launching on PS5. And it says, and I'm going to be able to link all of this so you guys can check it out as well. Sony and Square Enix haven't said anything just yet about the title being a timed exclusive to PS5, so there's still the possibility that it will launch simultaneously on PS5 and PC. Based on the line in previous rumors, however, they wouldn't be surprised if the title will indeed launch exclusive on Sony's console for a limited period. Again, this is something that a lot of people are going to be talking about. Final Fantasy 16 was originally officially announced during Sony's PS5 showcase back in September of last year, which, a lot of people obviously get hyped up about and excited for because, again, Final Fantasy is a huge game. But it also has incredible ties to PlayStation, so I think that that's something that a lot of people are going to have to kind of get through their heads as well. From my point of view, I think that this boils down to competition and being able to have something that, that gets your group of gamers excited. The way that Outriders, you have Xbox dudes get excited about that. Final Fantasy, you're going to get PlayStation dudes excited about that, and that's what it's all about. This is what it's all about, and this is like some incredible news just going forward because we keep seeing these announcements and the kind of back and forth between these companies, and I think that that's exactly what most people are kind of are excited for. This is what gets everybody kind of juiced up and amped up for the future and things like that. Even stuff like Microsoft will announce something along the lines of Outriders or some other games coming to Game Pass. So even what I was talking about earlier, it looks like From Software's Shadows Die Twice could be coming to PlayStation Plus in the near future, according to some a known quote-unquote insider. Now take that with a enormous grain of salt because we know how these insiders like to be. But in a recent tweet, the insider said that those thinking about buying Activision's title should wait a little longer, suggesting that it might appear on upcoming game subscription services. Now listen, again, it should also be noted that last month, the insider who also correctly said Final Fantasy VII Remake would be arriving on PlayStation Plus this month. Sony later confirmed that the remake is indeed one of the PS Plus titles. So Shadows Die Twice was released for consoles and PC back in 2019. The title sold more than 2 million copies across all platforms in less than 10 days, so enormous success. Doesn't mean anything to me because it's like a Souls type game or made by From Software, which just is not my bag at all. Not really into that kind of stuff, but it does go to show you that there is a lot of movement going on and things like that, and these companies want to vie for your money as much as possible. And even with that being said, it always just kind of comes down to what people want and what people kind of have expectations going forward and things like that. So I'm looking forward to it. Listen, I do think that we as in general keep kind of everything in perspective and keep like expectations in check as much as possible, but I would also like to say that I think that it's very, very important to kind of just congratulate these companies for just going out there and being so competitive. Even though Microsoft says they aren't competitive and blah blah blah, like I get it, they want to claim that they're not like super competitive, but at the end of the day, I mean, they kind of are. I mean, the things that they're doing with Game Pass and the things that they're doing with buying up these studios, they're very competitive and they're taking things incredibly seriously. So I think that that's something that all of us probably will have to come to kind of terms with and have to realize, and I'm excited for that aspect as well. Like, listen, nobody's perfect, none of these companies are perfect, but the fact of the matter is, they're still fighting for our dollars, they're still fighting for our money, and I think that that's the key thing. And as long as they're doing that, we're going to continue to see big things and great things coming from these companies long term. So with that being said, I'm going to link all of this stuff in the description. You guys can check it out and let me know what you think. How do you guys feel about like this type of thing? A lot of people think that buying exclusivity or whatever really is anti-consumer. I've never really looked at it this way. I've always looked at it as pro whatever your box is, right? Like if you were getting Call of Duty maps early, that was pro Xbox, like back in the 360 days. Now it's pro PlayStation. Sony got Final Fantasy VII Remake timed exclusive That's pro PlayStation, you know. Microsoft locking in Outriders day and date on Game Pass. That's pro Xbox. There's just no other way around it. Like, this is exactly, you know, what I've been talking about all along. And this is really goes to show you exactly what kind of the thinking is between these two companies. You know, they're a little bit different, but still the same in terms of kind of the reactions to people and things like that. So, with that being said, please stay safe, happy, and healthy. Take care of each other. Have a fantastic evening. Remember to game on, my friends. Game on. As always, rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.
Unscripted.